base of the software is a layout engine for photographers. And what we've done is we've added a cutting solution to it to drive the GraphTech cutters. So I'm going to go ahead and clear my page of images here. And what we're looking at here is just strictly our layout window. We've grayed out the area that the cutter needs when we're in our cutting mode. And I'm just gonna lay out a group of 4x6s. I've had this automatically set here. And I don't want any spacing between the images, so my gutters are 0. And I'm just gonna select some images, bring them onto the page, and it'll lay them out for us.
Oh wow, it's that easy, huh?
Yeah, and all this can be automated as well. I'm doing it manually, but...
So correct me if I'm wrong, but this software also will print the images?
What's that?
This software will print the images, right?
The images.
With the printer of your...
Right, so this is a printing package, right?
Okay.
So Image Print, we're a 30-year-old company. We've been making print engines for photography and fine art for about 17 years now.
Okay.
What's different with this package is now we're also adding cutting abilities. Because what we want to do is we want to bring photographers back to large format printing for even their smaller things. So, and one of the big things that have kept them away is the labor involved in photo finishing.
Exactly, yes.
So what we've done is we've added a whole photo finishing section to the software to drive the cutter. And right now,
now you can choose the corner types.
I'm set to, I'm going to do rounded corners, and I have a radius set at 0.300. That's how round the corner is going to be, and I can control that to anything I want. I have my hanger spacing. This is where I leave little notches so that the images can't fall out of the page.
While it's being cut here.
While it's being cut.
Okay.
So I can change that, depending on whether I'm cutting a lot of big things or little things. I need more notches. Big things I need less. So I can control that. The hanger size is the physical size of the hanger, and it's there's really no need to change that in a normal cutting environment. So I've got my page laid out, and now all I'm going to do is going to say print, and it's going to send it to the printer. Once I say print, all the cut data related to this job, anything that's in this layout window, we generate the cut data and we store it in our job file.
Oh, I see. So basically, once you hit the print, the cutter also gets the
job file does. So here's
the job file.
Here's the one that's being printed right here. That's going to come out of the printer. These have been printed right here, and they're in red because they have job data. They have cut data in them. So the job right there that's in white.
Yeah. The printer was asleep, we just woken up.
Yep.
The job that's in white has no cut data in it.
I see.
And so when I'm ready to cut this after it's printed, I'm just going to take the job file and drop it on the scissors, and then that data is going to go over to the cutter.
So this particular model is made to perfectly fit the Canon Pro 2000. So this is 24 inches wide, and this machine is designed to cut from sheets 24 inches wide.
This would be the machine that would match up to the Pro 4000, the 44 inch. It has a 48 inch with cutting throat to it. So anything that would come off of the Pro 4000 would be able to fit into this one.
Okay. And this is your largest one?
That's the largest one in the C6000.
Okay.
There's another series that goes up from here called the FC series, which has other features to it for other purposes, but it goes all the way up to a 5 foot, so you can match it up to a C or a Canon Pro 6000.
I see.
This just came out of the printer. We have the registration marks are automatically put on the job. Okay. This is what the cutter needs to align itself for the geometry we send down. It's got a barcode and a job file. This is how you find it. It matches up to the job file in our spooler. And now you're just ready to load it into the cutter. We're going to load bottom first.
move it into the field or and read it.
So this is where it scans the barcode.
We'll read it.
And that's where it's just setting up the sheet parameters. And now we've sent the data over, and now it's going to search for those alignment marks.
Now, while it's doing this, what type of files does the software work with?
JPEGs, TIFFs.
TIFFs.
We were doing PDFs yesterday.
How about how about RAW files? They have to be converted to TIFFs?
Yeah, we don't process raw.
Okay.
So we do JPEG, TIFF, PDF, PSD.
Okay, PSDs too? Okay.
Yeah. So now it's found its marks, and now it's going to start notching out. I'm doing rounded corners.
Oh.
So it's going to do all the corners first.
Okay. While it's doing this, what types of papers would it take?
It'll pretty much cut anything to 11 mil.
11 mil is the top. Textured paper, like fine art texture.
It'll do textured paper as long as you don't have fiber in it. Like it won't cut canvas.
Okay.
And the reason for that is it'll cut through the canvas, but you have to be able to punch it out of the.
Right. And it's kind of hard to imagine who would do 5x7, say, out of canvas, right? But like regular types of paper, you said up to 11 mil,
grades,
metallic.
11 mil, metallic, pearlescent, matte sheets.
Right. Let's see.
Fine art, watercolor paper.
And the way where it's feeding the paper, it's outside of the image, right? So it doesn't really even touch the photo. I mean the rollers on the side.
Right, the rollers don't touch the photo.
Wow, this is incredible. The little pot. All right. Oh wow! So and it still holds the photos together,
Yep.
and then you just punch it out like this. Wow. Guys, this is a printmaker's dream. Beautiful. Yeah. So this is a cut sheet, and all you have to do is to punch the photo out, and it's close to be perfect. It has like a little notches.
Yes, we do.
But you can clean them really easy with an edge. I was actually, even if I run my finger like along the side, it takes it out. So this is, guys, a great solution. I'm gonna take some literature on it, some brochures, some information. It's probably gonna be in like comments below or link below to these guys. So for those who want to print from rolls and then quickly and efficiently cut it down to, you know, little cut sheets without hiring extra person or spending your nights cutting like I do a lot, that's the solution. That might be a new thing in my studio, guys.
So let's say this one.
Another way to use it, guys, check this out. So you can actually have your own frames or borders, and say right here we can see how you can make invitations or save the dates or thank you cards in bulk, getting them cut. Who of you ever had a nightmare of making, say, Christmas cards and then cutting them in hand? Well, see, this is the solution. So the other dimension or venue where you guys or we guys can use it is this machine can also work as a regular plotter with a separate software, and they're saying in the future upgrades of that software there will be an option to use this machine just as a plotter. It can do kiss cuts, it can do cutouts, it can do routing, so you know you can get yourself into signage business, stickers. They were showing me some samples. They're not on the. I'll maybe take some pictures later, but you can. This is amazing. You can do this and cut your photos with the same machine.